Welcome to WNB1 Radio. You are now in tune to Straight to the Point Sports, and we are broadcasting in our downtown studios from New Bedford, Massachusetts, with our regulars, Steve Lopes and Derek Sasho. What's up, fellas?
What up? What up?
Hey, what's going on now?
You guys sound almost as enthused as the day is long with sports. Not much to talk about.
No, not too much at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you live in New England, you could have been talking about the Boston Red Sox, who had a 15 game winning streak
Very
up
impressive.
until yesterday, last night, which was snap, but 15 games.
That's impressive.
Under incredible odds with all their injuries.
Not a lot of times you're going to see 15-game win streaks. They're few and far between, but yeah, they did that and added a little bit of life into up until that point, seemed like a quagmire of a season. Jesus, it seemed really bad and really desperate. But it's amazing what 15 games will do to you. I mean, literally. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about it here, but the media, everybody jumps on it, not just on the local level, but the national level. So we'll talk about that. Um, Also, some surprising layoffs, some cuts going on at ESPN. A lot of the prominent faces that were in the studios are now unemployed and not working for ESPN. We'll talk about that and the controversy. About the people who they kept, and who's making money and who's not. Um, Also, UFC. There was some UFC last week.
Yep, Kamara Usman.
And did we talk about the World Cup? No.
Not the
We didn't
championship.
talk about the World Cup. Yeah, we need to talk about the World Cup. So that's basically what's on the docket. There was one small trade in the NBA too. Um, but yeah, this time of year is pretty tough for sports. There's only one actual um, sporting, one of the four major sports that are going on right now. But don't despair. We've got what, about 47 days left before
Yep.
football starts.
Training camp started this week.
Uh,
The
this week.
rookies
It starts this
reported,
week coming
Huh?
up.
The rookies reported.
No, it
Rook-
starts this week coming up.
Oh, the rookie's already there.
Starts this week.
And the dude from Carolina, the linebacker, he's already out for the year. Torn ACL today, first day of camp.
Yeah. The vets start next week. So yeah, we'll talk about that. Remember, 774-425-2631 is the number in which you can hit us up if you want to talk on a certain subject, or you want to add upon a subject that we're talking about. Feel free. The phone number is listed below on the ticker if you're watching on our social media. 774-425-2631 is the number. All right, fellas. Let's start first with the Boston Red Hot Sox. 15 games in a row. How do we get there?
Hitting, timely hitting.
And good defense. They're not making errors.
Yeah, no
so they're not
errors.
beating themselves. And
And-
some timely pitching.
And the pitching's actually been working out.
Pitching
In
has
spite of
been-
the three major
pitching
injuries.
has been the best in the league.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one major thing. Combined with the timely hitting, but the ERA over those 15 games the has been a league best. I believe it was a little under 3. So that helps.
And they're averaging 5 runs a game.
And
and
there you go.
That non-all-star pitcher who was on the trading block is 12-1 now. Mm.
So yeah, you go through a 15-game win streak, and then all of a sudden things are looking pretty good, especially when you jump in that last wild card slot. Things are looking promising. Now the question is, can they maintain? Can they maintain this pace of in which they were playing at? Um, it remains to be seen. But as I don't know if Steve said it, but yeah, they're doing it with a lot of people who are hurt.
Yeah.
So that's good. But we'll see how it.
Pretty much, if they just avoid being swept in season in series as they go along, if they're in take 2 out of 3 or even 1 out of 3, as long as they don't get swept, I think they should be all right.
And I think they got to avoid any further injury, and they got to get some of these hurt people back because I feel like they've been living on borrowed time injury wise. It's given us the chance to develop some players we didn't know could contribute. I have a whole newfound respect for Wilson Contreras, William Abreu.
William Brady is a beast.
Who's the infielder that I think he's a young dude. He has a funny name.
Not the third baseman.
No, if you say his name, I'll know who it is. But he's been playing utility, but he's been hitting. I think it's a black dude, but he has like a Spanish.
Segura.
Not that. That's not. I'm thinking of his last name. But
he played shortstop last night.
Yeah.
It was started with an S. What the hell is it?
But the people that have been forced to play have been playing, and
Siegler.
Say it again?
Siegler.
Yeah, Siegler.
That's not even the one I was thinking of.
But he's the one that played shortstop.
Yeah, but he's been playing well.
Yeah.
But there's another guy that's
an infielder.
Yeah, I think he's an infielder.
Siegler was playing shortstop yesterday. Number 5 dude that hit the home run the other day was playing third.
Durbin.
Yeah,
that's not who it was.
Second base was the black kid with the black guy with the glasses.
That might be who I'm thinking about. I think it's a black dude, but he's
dark.
Monasterio.
Monasterio.
Yeah.
That's the guy. He's been playing better than I thought.
Yeah, he's been hitting the ball.
Yeah, but everybody's been hitting. But now the dog days of summer are coming, and I don't know what you guys consider, but which one would you consider more important to get back in the lineup, Garrett Crochet or Roman Anthony?
I would say Roman Anthony because he's an everyday player. Crochet, you're only going to see don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but you got that one dog in the playoffs.
He's a dominant pitcher, but
if we get Roman Anthony, I like that. But what happens to the outfield now? Who's sitting?
Durant.
All right.
Durant is batting. He didn't even bat his average, his weight.
Yeah, it's way down around 200 or something.
It's under those 190, 196.
And that's frustrating because he's shown power. Yeah. We know he's got all the speed in the world.
Yep.
I love when he's on the base pass. If he can just get on, even if he's a 240 hitter,
that's just it.
He just becomes more of a threat.
But if he don't get on, he can't be.
His on base, he better learn to walk more, lean into a few pitches without getting hurt.
His swing selection, like with the pitches that he swings at, are terrible. I don't know. Just my opinion. But I don't know.
So, are we sellers or buyers?
We got to be buyers, man. You got to be buyers. You go out. You can't go on a 15-game.
Yeah, and then be sellers.
And sell everybody.
So if you do that, you're just basically saying, "Yeah, okay, we
who cares?
We don't want to."
I only even bring that up because of who we're talking about as our current owners. They don't make the most sound judgment.
But this is what I'm saying. You can't win 15 games in a row and then all of a sudden just say, okay, we're going to be sellers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do that, then, the town of Boston will be on fire.
Well, if we're buyers, have our targets changed or are they still pretty much the same what we talked about last week?
I think you have to stay on course. But then again, you look to see, you probe to see, well, okay, this team is looking at this guy. I didn't know he was for sale.
Yeah.
You might stumble across something that
somebody's willing to
get rid of cheaper. I think as we keep getting closer to this deadline, when teams are failing, they're gonna put more and more out there.
Yeah.
You just gotta be patient.
There's a couple of hitters' names that keep popping up. But I heard of one starting pitcher that I would like to see make it to Boston, but I don't know what it would cost. And that was Joe Ryan in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota's down this year, but he's the ace of their staff. And he's solid. And he's been solid for a couple of years. And I think he's been under team control, but now he's up for his first big contract, and that's why Minnesota might make him expendable.
Oh, I mean, anytime we talk about getting something, you're gonna have to give something in return.
You got
I
to
mean,
get rid of that. They're pretty much going to want to poach your farm system.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And that's one thing we haven't done a lot of lately, which is why I think we have so many. I haven't seen as many young players come up through, because in years past, we were always going for that big difference maker, pitcher or hitter, and we'd mortgage the farm.
Yeah.
And then we would get old and people would go re-sign somewhere else, like what happened with Schwarber or something like that. Like it's a rental and he stays for a year, and then next thing contract comes up, he's gone, and those draft picks are gone with him.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're gonna have to. Obviously, they're gonna be looking for. I mean,
Need a bat.
you need a bat, and then don't be surprised if they're not looking for pitching too. I
Yeah,
mean,
because Crochet's interview did not sound promising about
you,
when's
you,
he coming
you,
back.
I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them, depending on who you get. But we know pitching wins.
Yeah.
In the end, pitching wins, right? Defense. Doesn't make a difference what sport you're in, right? Defense pretty much always wins out.
But if you can't put up any runs,
True.
then-
But if you've been hitting as they've been hitting for the last
Yeah.
15 games,
yeah, that's just it. That needs to stay.
can they? Yeah, can they?
And
can they
if
sustain?
if you get Story back along with Anthony, there's a little bit of pop. So maybe you already have the bats there.
See this. I understand what you're saying, and I would love to see that happen. But
Gonna have to round it.
he was one of the names that they threw out because they don't expect him to stay for a long time anymore.
Ooh.
Story,
Well, he's got to be getting up there in age.
and he's got a decent contract. So I don't know. They were talking about for the trading one of those shortstops, especially the kid from Houston.
Yeah,
They were
well,
talking about
his
getting rid of him.
name and Zach Nato's name from the Angels both came up.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on is it Christian? What's the guy's name from the Astros? But he's a quality, good defensive player, and he can hit the ball. Zach Nato can definitely hit the ball, and he's a good source of steals. So, but if you acquire one of those shortstops, yeah, now there's a logjam there more than there is in the outfield. Marcelo Mayo, not too long ago, was a highly drafted shortstop. You got Story still there, because if you acquire Zach Nato or somebody and you don't trade,
they would have to get rid of Story.
Yeah, but because of that contract, I think if Story gets traded, it's because they don't want to pay him big when his contract comes up shortly. But Story's already got that, and he's Brian, doesn't he have like a few years on it? It's not like,
I think he might have 2 years.
yeah, it's not like it's just one more year. He's got 2 or 3 years left of.
I think he might have 2 years. I can research it.
But I don't know. I would get rid of Story before I get rid of Maya, because Maya is younger.
Yeah, he's younger, and I don't think he's had his full potential of a chance because of the wrist injury. But I'd like to see what he does healthy with another year of experience.
Yes.
Is there anybody on your particular wish list for either one of you that you'd like to see? If we know they need a bat, we always talk about first base, but the way Contreras is playing,
You can't.
I say he might be all right to gamble with.
Yeah, you're gonna leave Contreras there, in my opinion.
So, Trevor Story, his contract is tricky. Under a 6-year, $140 million contract with the Boston Red Sox, with $140 million guaranteed and an average annual salary of $23.3 million. Story signed a 6-year deal with the Red Sox in 2022. All right, so
2 more years.
He can opt out or he can opt in. It's up to him. After the 2025 season, he can opt out or opt in the final 2 years of his contract, but chose to opt in, committing to the remaining 2 years. There you go, right there. $50 to $55 million.
Wow.
There it is.
For somebody to be hurt.
50.
That reminds me of another Red Sox player that
50.
played second base. You
Second
remember him?
baseman, yeah,
That played second baseman and was on the payroll for
30
three
years.
years
Yeah.
and didn't even touch the fields.
Kind of like Steve Nash with the Lakers too.
Yeah. Yeah. So that contract, it was tricky, but it looks like he's going to get paid either way. Um, it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, we don't want you, but my contract says differently.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about
Well,
that.
that's the crazy part. He's not even helping you.
Yep. There's nothing you
And
can
he's
do
getting
about
paid. You're
that.
gonna get paid 50 to 55 million.
It could be worse. You could be Bobby Bonilla and getting paid for 35 years.
Every July 1st, man.
That's right.
Bobby Bonilla, dude.
The best that's the best contract ever. I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody says.
So yeah, as far as the Red Sox go, I mean, they just you gotta stop thinking right now like you're a contender. You are a contender, but moving forward, you have to make the commitment to move forward with the assumption that we're going to win. And what do we need to do in order to win, right? What areas do we need to strengthen to help us achieve the goal of, ultimately, making the postseason, making a deep run? So, like I said, we talked about it last week. As the trading deadline comes close, I'm sure there are going to be some people who are going to suddenly names are going to be able to be start popping up, and they need to take into account those people as well.
Yeah, but the crazy part about it is you go on a 15-game win streak, and we're looking for trades.
That's why I'm not too scared to wait and see if we can get healthy. But the Garrett Crochet scares me because they're saying late August.
My only thing is, right, when those guys come back, how long is it really going to take them to get back into the form?
Yeah,
They've been gone for so long.
so long.
But if they start soon,
that's just the problem.
We can send them out for 2 weeks.
What is soon? I mean, but there's no saying that you're going to come up and you're automatically going to hit 300.
Oh, dominant. Yeah, exactly.
Let's face it, baseball is one of the toughest sports, man. It's an individual sport. It's all about you.
Timing.
Unless
conditioning.
You're a superstar, think about it, right? How many guys can just jump right into the fold and just like they've never gone anywhere?
Yeah. Nah.
You have to get used to major league pitching again. We're not talking about batting practice. We're talking about
100 mile an hour fastballs.
We're talking about and to get back into your groove.
Changes to a 70 mile an hour change up, like it's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. My chain of thinking is to go on and to move forward, almost like those guys are there, but if they come in and they add something to it, that's a plus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way you can think. None of those guys are like, okay, Barry Bonds is coming back. Derek Jeter is coming back. Very few guys can just come in and step in the box and just change the complexion of the game. There's not that many of them. Aaron Judge. There's not that many of those guys that can do that. So even when they do come back, how long is it going to take them to get back into literally the swing of things? So yeah, moving forward, I'm going to operate on the assumption that you're where you're at, but we still want to get better. And then if you do come back and you are better, it's a bonus.
Yeah, so it's a plus, definitely.
That's where think about it, right? Everybody was on the Celtics bandwagon, like, oh yeah, Jason Tatum's coming back. Oh, that's gonna be the. It didn't work out that way.
No.
He got set back with the calf, which is we've seen that story 110 too many times. Where, listen, that's a warning for the Achilles, saying, hey. But yeah, it does. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that well. And then you never know, knock on wood, you never know who's going to get hurt moving forward. You don't know. We don't know. I'm just, if I'm the Sox, I'm operating um, with the assumption that, listen, moving forward, we just need to get better. Those guys that come back, you come back, you get better. That's a bonus.
I got an intriguing question. Curious to hear what you guys think about it. How much credit for this 15 game win streak do we give to the managerial change? Is Chad Tracy doing anything different than Cora did? Or did the players just get hot at a certain time?
I, in my opinion, I don't think it really had a lot to do with the managerial. I think just the players just got hot at the right time.
That's what I was thinking
I don't,
because
yeah,
I
I don't
still
think
think Cora is
I
a
don't
great
think I don't
manager.
think you say, oh, okay, I'm going to take this guy out and I'm going to put this DH in. He's going to hit a home run.
Yeah.
It's not happening that way. It's just the team overall, I believe, as a unit, is just coming together.
Yeah.
Maybe some pressure got relieved a little because Cora was, even though he was well liked, he demanded, certain expectations from his star players.
But
And he didn't really want to go to the young players, and he felt like that's what caused the dissension. The ownership started, getting rid of all the veterans, and
I don't know. I don't think, for me, I don't think that the manager has done anything exceptionally out of the way of, oh, that was a
Okay.
great managerial move. Like I said, timely hitting, good pitching, good
Defense.
defense.
Yeah.
Right. I could see, like, once again, like I said, if we're down by 1 run,
and he put
and
a
I'm going to put a pinch hitter in for somebody who's been sitting on the bench, comes in and hits a home run.
yeah.
Right. It's the normal guys that are doing their jobs. I think all we got to do is look back to last year, right? You overachieved. You were expecting these results in the beginning. That's the way how I see it. And maybe it just took a little longer. Maybe their schedule wasn't on Cora's schedule.
Yeah.
And it took a little longer. But it remains to be seen because we're not done yet. We're still at the halfway point. How do you build off this 15 game win streak? In the next 15 games, are you a sub 500 or below 500? That'll tell a lot about what's going on now, and moving forward. What'll be a good test for them again is when they run back through, with Houston, with the Yankees, to see if they can do it again.
Tampa.
Remember, they swept all these teams, right?
Especially Tampa. Tampa in
yeah.
the first place.
Yeah, if you can run through it again and you can have the same results, now you're seeing something.
shoot, even if they just win the majority, 2 out of 3,
2 out of 3, yeah.
Well,
Three out of 4.
Just win the
That's what I'm
series.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to
Win
win
the
every
series,
game.
yeah,
Just
you
win
don't
the
have to
series.
sweep 'em. I mean, that's helpful, but
That's what I was
if you
bringing
can
up.
contend and beat them in the overalls, that'll say a lot. It'll say a lot. And if that happens, I'm going to lean more on the air of, the team just took a little longer than scheduled to come around, and this is where they should be. That's what they did last year.
And also to piggyback off of that is beat the teams that you're supposed to beat.
Exactly.
Don't let them teams get you
Yeah, the bad teams.
here and there. Beat the team that you're supposed to beat, and that right there will make a big difference as well.
Yeah, the games that you're supposed to win, just handle your business, right? Beat them, and then when you play against the first and second place teams, listen, that's your competition right there.
Yeah.
Play to what gave you a 15-game winning streak. But like I said, you think about it, right? It's the timely hitting, the good defense, the great pitching.
Yeah.
It's all come together. So we'll see, and moving forward how they do. My barometer would be, okay, you won 15, you're on a 1-game losing streak. All right, what are you going to be in the next 14 games? They'll be going on shortly. They should be probably going on a West Coast trip at some point.
Well, after August.
Is it after August?
It's got to be because
I didn't know if it was going to be coming up.
I don't.
After August or during August?
They're in August, I think.
During August, yeah. So we're right up. We're on the
Right,
Christmas, so last week of July. So that'll be that'll be interesting. To see how they do. Being away for.
Oh, actually, they go on the West Coast Monday,
Okay.
27th.
For how many games?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That'll be telling
6.
right there.
6 games, and
6.
and 3 out of the 6 games they got the Athletics, and then they got the Dodgers,
Oh yeah, so they're in La La Land.
and then they come back Tuesday, August 4th for the White Sox.
Hey,
And
that's
then
where we're going to be.
Thursday, August 6th,
Mhm.
Yes.
we will not have a show.
Yes, we will be broadcasting live from our own individual Facebook with all the festivities that are going on.
Out of craziness, that's what's going to happen.
Celebratory day at Fenway Park. Yeah, you can catch us all on Facebook. You'll see Steve up there dancing Cape Verdean.
Geechee music.
Stuff,
My girl.
Yeah, I want to see you on there. That would be hilarious.
Is that before or after we give you the Grove or the Punch? You see Steve streaking across the field.
And as he's streaking, they're gonna see that face.
Yeah.
What's that say on his shirt? Is that a WNB1 radio shirt?
Trapping.
Not now, Steve. Don't do it. But yeah, nah. So yeah, and moving forward, man. I a good barometer would be: listen, what are you going to do the next 15 games? Are you going to be 4-11, 11-4, 8-7, 7-8?
You said that West Coast streak starts
Monday.
because they're not playing today.
No,
so they got
play
one more
Toronto.
home.
They play Toronto tomorrow.
Okay. I was gonna say, damn, that's why. Are they traveling today?
Tomorrow to the weekend, and then which makes perfect sense. They'll probably do a red eye at some point. It'll be a day game, and then they'll fly off to the West Coast.
Yeah, Sunday's a day game at 1:35, and then they play Monday at 9:40.
Oh, so that's
damn, no day off.
Because you figure, with the change of time, they'll actually gain time.
Yeah.
Going from Toronto to the West Coast.
Boston, they're at home again.
Oh, wait, they're at home in Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But they'll still be gaining time because you said it's an 8:00 game, right? LA time?
The 9:40 is not. Well, LA time is 9:40, so it'll be 6:00 for us.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, that's what I mean. For me, that's what I'm going to be watching. How are you going to be operating in the next 15 or 20 games? I don't expect you to go on another 15-game winning streak, but it would be nice to see them go on maybe like a 4 or 5. Take a series here, 2 out of 3.
They should take that Oakland series.
Oakland's banged up right now.
That's a 4-game series. But the Blue Jays, they're not playing well at all. They're in last place in our division right now. So,
wow.
And we're coming off a hot streak, pretty much. Yeah. So we should beat up on the Blue Jays and the Athletics. And then when we get to the Dodgers, that's gonna be a test.
Yeah, there's no weaknesses there.
No. But they can be beat. They've been
Look at that comment.
Malik Berry.
Yeah, because he's making a joke because he posted a picture of him and Ernie DeAndre hitting the gym, and I said, "Yeah, that was probably the last time he touched any weights. So now he's gonna try and get back on me." That was 12 years ago.
He found his opportune time.
Yeah, he sure did. That's hey, you know what? Malik's my guy. I like Malik. Malik, my man.
But yeah, we shall see. With the left coast brings in the way of performance and how they perform.
Well, that's where we're thinking about the Red Sox. What do we think about the moves the Evil Empire might be trying to make? Because I heard they're going after Mason Miller. They want to use the guy that's closing now. They want to move him the setup guy.
They need help.
Bedard.
They're not the. Well, They have a lot of guys on the IR right now
Yeah,
too.
but all their pitchers are coming back.
Yeah, and their big hitters, two of their big hitters are on the IR.
Yeah, Judge and Stanton.
Literally two of their big.
Yeah. But
we're talking a combined 6'7" and 6'8".
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, 6'6" and 6'8".
yeah. But that left-handed kid, was it Jeffrey? No, not Jeffrey. They had a left-handed batter. He's actually playing well right now. If I'm not mistaken, he might have been the MVP of the All-Star game.
The Yankees?
Yeah.
Not Ben Rice.
Yes, Rice.
The local kid.
Yeah, that's the Massachusetts ties guy.
He's hitting the ball well.
Yeah, he's got 30 homers now.
Yeah.
To go along with, he's got 30 homers right now.
Right now. He had 28 at the All-Star break.
Jesus, he had 30 last year.
Yeah, but he was platooning more last year. But because of the injuries, he's playing steady.
Yeah, playing every day.
He was like their fourth outfielder, fourth outfielder last year. Then he got hot in the playoffs. But he's having an incredible year. Now, if they can get Judge back, but the two pitching performances I saw from Cole and Freed, and they already got Schittler. Is that his name? Cam Schittler or something?
I don't know. You can't swear on that, bro.
He said they already got shit.
But if them three, the way he's pitching this year, and then those two veterans come back, oh man, it's like. And then Rodon's supposed to be on his way back. Carlos Rodon.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to get a hit off them guys, but right now I think their offense. Chisholm's starting to come around with a hot bat. But somebody needs to help Rice right now. Rice is their main offensive threat. Chisholm's finally starting to show signs of
back-to-back home runs.
Yeah.
Games. Anyways, not.
Stan. I don't know what his situation is. He's having trouble even getting cleared to rehab.
But with Stan, even when he's healthy, it's either strikeout or home run.
And what's Judge's actual injury?
I don't know.
I thought he ribs or something, or
It was oblique, was that?
was it?
Wasn't it?
I thought it was something in the core, ribs or oblique.
Yeah, I thought it was something like that.
But if he can get back in the lineup, and then like you said with the Red Sox, we don't know how soon before he'll get caught up to par, get well acclimated back into the. But he's a Grizzly veteran. I don't think it would take him all that long. Just a threat of him being in the lineup is worth having him in the lineup.
He's on a 60-day injured list.
Yeah, but he's been on
stress fracture in the ribs.
Yeah,
first rib.
Yeah, but he's at the end of it. He's been gone ever
since May 31st.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's 6.
Shown partial healing, but is not fully cleared, leaving his.
I'll vouch for those ribs being making things tough.
It's all fun and games when you want to go. Four wheeling, whatever it was.
With no experience.
How was
Had
your
a flashback?
How was your fishing trip?
Almost as bad as the broken ribs.
I didn't want to change the subject, but
the ribs were broken. They were letting out fluid. The wrong way.
Yeah, colors I didn't know existed inside the human body. Getting outfished by kids. I don't understand how something you enjoy so much became such a nightmare.
So I heard you were making weird noises.
Oh yeah, well when you don't eat, there's a whole point of not eating. So in case you got sick, you wouldn't have nothing in your system. But then you get sick and your system's, rebelling, and you don't have nothing to relieve, nothing to get out. It was ugly. I was scaring kids, everything.
Yeah, I heard a kid got up and went to the other side.
Yeah, Justin and Emanuela's son. Me and him had a battle going on, but it ended early.
He said, "Mom, I don't know what's wrong with that guy over there, but I'm gonna sit over here."
Some green and yellow stuff dripping from his chin. I don't know. Can I come over this side?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, sugar.
In other news.
But who is Tampa Bay still our biggest concern?
Yeah, they're first place.
Yeah, but
we
I don't know
actually
enough to maintain.
We manhandled them.
Yeah, that's why it was hard to.
But we also manhandled the Yankees as well.
And the Orioles are playing good until they had a 9-game winning streak until they ran into us.
Well, you did see my reel of how they were kicking teams around.
Yeah, kind of something like that.
Don't laugh. You don't need to use that thing yet.
Oh, I can imagine.
I'll tell you right now. Last time I checked, it was over 10,000.
Wow.
Let's see. With the current makeup, let's see. The reviews on that got up to. Oh, where are we?
The funny thing is, there's no teams in the American League Conference that strike fear into my heart that the Red Sox can't beat.
There's no the only team that really that should be right now is the Dodgers.
In the American League, though.
I know, but I'm saying in the whole league.
Well, Philly's playing good, and Milwaukee's playing good in the National League. But in the American League, surprisingly, the White Sox are playing pretty good. But they're too young, and I don't think they have enough starting pitching to maintain. They had a good first half. But after Tampa Bay, that's not me being sick, right?
No. Yeah, that's Malik also made a joke about that one, that jerk.
Okay, I lied. I said 10,000. I should have said 140,000.
Wow.
Just 130 off.
Yeah, just a tad bit.
White Sox, Guardians, Twins, Tigers, nope, Rangers, 51 and 51. Mariners 51 and 52. Astros are 50 and 54.
Yeah, there's no teams with winning records.
Yeah.
Who's on top in Cleveland's division? Is that where Chicago is?
White Sox 54 and 47.
And who's leading the West?
The Rangers 51 and 51.
A 500 teams in first place?
Yeah. That's the only
That's
team.
why I can't think of nobody that's
the
playing
only
well.
team that's over 500.
But this is the reason why we are in that last wild card spot.
Yeah, only the division winners are going to get locked in.
Yeah, but this is the reason why. You look at the divisions, right? You have one team that's 5 games over 500, then the other one at 500. The only one that's above 500 comfortably is what, Tampa Bay, right?
Well, Tampa Bay, the Yankees are above 500.
No. I'm saying the
leaders.
league leaders.
Yeah. White Sox are 54 and 47.
Yes, 6 games over 500. And then you get a 500.
Yeah,
so that's the reason why we're in that third and final spot with only 2 games over 500.
The Guardians are 54 and 50.
That's only 4 games.
They're second in their division. Yeah, other than that, ain't shit going on.
Well, under the circumstances, we don't have to do a lot to maintain our position, except for what we said. But I think I'd like to just kind of take a wait and see with the healthiness of the people we're waiting to come back. Suarez is coming back. He's going to pitch this weekend. He was set up to pitch in a doubleheader. They said he got sick, and they decided to push his next start back.
Go fishing with you?
Yeah, he was on there. He was on the number. I was on the starting side. He was on the
what number is Suarez? He don't wear number 99, does he?
I don't know, but he's their number 3 starter now. Well, number 2 now because Crochet's out, but Sonny Gray has now become the ace for who's available. And then Suarez started pitching really well. Now we just need some of them young boys. Who's my man with the mustache? Teller?
Is it
Toller? Peyton Toller?
Tolle? Tolle?
Yeah, something like that. I just need to see him get his confidence. Chapman's holding it down in the bullpen. Whitlock's coming in for the middle relief or the setup guy. I would just like to see at least a healthy Anthony and then possibly Story come back and just see what that looks like with those bats in the lineup. That just gives us more depth. With the experience these other guys got playing, they know they can do the job when called upon now.
What do you say, Rivera? That's not the guy.
Rivera for what?
That's who wears number 99. He pitched yesterday.
No, Ranger Suarez has been. That's right. He's had a hamstring pull, a hamstring strain, so he's missed 2 starts. But they said he was going to pitch the second half of the doubleheader last night, but he was sick, and they ended up having Rivera or Rodriguez or something.
Rivera.
Yeah, he started, didn't do well in the first inning, but then came in for 4 innings.
Bello.
Brian Bello or whatever his name.
Yeah, 5 strikeouts. Wow.
Mm.
Only 1 walk. That's good for him.
Well, maybe he can find some value in the middle relief role.
Yeah, keep him in the bullpen.
Where you don't get to see him twice. The lineup doesn't come around twice against him. Once you go through the lineup one time, it's time for him to leave because he gets figured out quick.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to something that's pretty big. It's touched a lot of people's nerves. ESPN layoffs. ESPN layoffs. So as you know, ESPN has laid off one of their most prominent guys, who actually his role increased in 2024 since their last set of layoffs. Ryan Clark, somebody who has been, the go-to guy. They have the NFL segments. It was him, and what's the quarterback's name there?
Oh, the guy that used to play for Detroit there?
Yeah,
the UConn quarterback.
The one that ran out the end zone. He was playing for Detroit when he ran out the back end zone.
Yeah.
I forget his name. Anyway, it would be them. It would be them two they used to set up against one another, compare and contrast. He has been able to maintain the keeper's job, while Ryan Clark, who, like I said, what's so funny about this, right? You listen to somebody like a Charles Barkley,
Orlovsky,
right? Orlovsky.
Dan.
You listen to somebody like Charles Barkley. He's like, shoot, you ain't gonna have me on ESPN Deportes, ESPN Italy,
working me to
ESPN starting at 5 a.m. and finishing at 11 at night. But this is the truth. So this is what they did with these guys, right? They go, oh, you know what? We're gonna fire these guys. Oh, you've been promoted, and their work day starts at literally like at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And they're on
all these
every
shows.
single ESPN network, all the way up until literally like 6, 7 o'clock at night. So you're talking literally like a 12, 13-hour day. And people laugh, right? But Charles Barkley, he's not lying when he said that. He wasn't lying. He said, you ain't got no sucker over here. I ain't gonna be on ESPN Deportes, ESPN on West Coast. Then you see me on the East Coast. No, it's not gonna happen. I work for one network, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. You ain't using me like no guinea pig. But you know what? These guys, this is how they get. Oh, you've been promoted. Oh, you figure. Oh, you're gonna get you. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get a raise. Oh no, you're gonna get a raise. You're gonna be raised up to about 17 networks in one day. And this
now we can eliminate people.
And this
you can do their jobs.
So if you listen to ESPN radio, all right, Ryan Clark would make numerous appearances during the course of the day whenever they talked about NFL football.
Yeah.
He would be one of the lead hosts and everything, because I would listen to him. I listen to in my travels. I oftentimes especially around this time of year, I put on ESPN radio, and they have the different guests that come on, and he considered the lead guy on the lead
football guy,
the lead football guy on ESPN radio, and then once again considered one of the lead guys on ESPN. All right, whatever segment it was they were doing, he would come on, and like I said. Normally, it would be both he and Orlovsky. They would use a comparison and contrast, and they would go at each other. We're all wondering why. Not only did he go, it was Bob Scott,
Kyle Ravitch,
which
big name.
Cam Newton,
which Kyle Ravitch. Let me tell you
that's
something.
a baseball guy.
Let me tell you something. Kyle Ravitch, he survived as long as that toupee did, because the man, listen, they showed him 20 something years ago, right? And you could see him thinning. Then all of a sudden he had a resurrection. That toupee did him good.
His career or his hairline?
His hairline. His hairline. All of a sudden it was like, wait a second, bro. How did you get all that up there?
I'm surprised they got rid of him.
But yeah, no, he's the voice of like Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
Gone. Cam Newton, gone. They were using Cam a lot too. They were using him a lot on College Game Day. They were using him a lot on NFL. Same thing. But I don't get it. They're like, okay, you got a raise. No, you got a promotion, and then all of a sudden you see them on like 5 different segments for different various other ESPN takes and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know, but you start reading articles and you find out that ESPN is blaming it on
a year-old argument.
well, no, not even that. I mean, that's speculation. It's talking about
the Ryan Clark.
About Ryan Clark. No, so what they're primarily blaming it on now is saying that because ESPN has bought the rights to NFL Network in all of its. So you got NFL Network, NFL Fantasy, and NFL Red Zone. They bought all those. So they're saying that with that increased revenue, they had to let some of their work. So what they did was they took a lot of their top tier guys and they just slashed them, slash.
Almost everybody on that list was a top tier person.
Yeah.
Including Stefania Bell, who was their sideline reporter,
so
an injury person.
This is what happens, right? You say, okay, and here we go once again. Next man in line. Hey, you got a promotion. You got a little raise too, but you're gonna be working 13 hours. Congratulations, buddy. And what they do is they elevate all the younger guys now. And that's just how it goes. Unfortunately, that's what they're citing. People are talking about, oh, I've even seen this is the reason Ryan Clark got fired.
Yeah.
When he was doing the preseason thing with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And he was like, listen, the moves that they made they have Super Bowl potential. They were like, wait a minute. And the music came out. This is the moment he knew he effed up, right? But yeah, I mean, they'll make up all these other things, but I think the overall citing for them is saying, well, listen, we bought these networks and we need to offload some of our salaries somehow, some way. But yeah, that's it.
Also, David Lloyd, he was there for a long time, Sports Center anchor.
Yeah. Listen, it's unfortunately, if you're there for 30 years, you're probably making good money.
Oh,
Him
yeah.
and Kyle Ravitch.
Kyle Ravitch, Sunday Night Baseball.
So,
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine.
And it's baseball season right now.
Yeah,
going
that's what I'm
into the
saying.
home stretch.
I can't imagine, introduction without. Hey, good evening. This is Kyle Ravitch, Sunday Night Baseball. That is like legendary. But no longer.
The back.
Yeah. No longer. And having his resume, I'm sure he won't have a hard time finding a job. You can probably get hired on ESPN Network. I mean, Major League Baseball Network.
Oh, they're not owned by ESPN yet, like NFL Network.
No, it's its own entity. Well, they just bought that, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, he's not going to have a hard time to get a job.
I'd like to see, when I go to the injury reports on Sundays, I always look for Stefania Bell's injury report. She's usually pretty spot on with having the inside information about, hey, I spoke to so-and-so and this person's not going to play. And I know that at 10 o'clock in the morning that this guy is probably not going to play. This guy is a game time decision. I don't know who's going to step into her role.
She found out from Vrabel?
No. That was her girlfriend there. She wasn't associated with him. But
but it was I think it was kind of disrespectful how Ryan Clark found out he was getting fired.
On air.
In the middle of a show.
Took a commercial break. Back it up.
So his exit was the first to become public during the NFL Live on Monday. He joined ESPN as an analyst in 2015 following a 13-year NFL career. Person familiar with the situation said Clark was originally scheduled to be informed of the decision Tuesday morning, but after the news of the layoffs leaked, the timeline was moved up. He was told directly by company execs rather than learning of the decision elsewhere, according to the person who spoke to the AP on conditions of anonymity. I don't think I said that right. Anonymity.
In a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. Say that 3 times, right?
Eminal.
Because they were not authorized to discuss personnel decisions. But nevertheless, Clark did not finish his appearance on the show.
That tells me not only did it leak, he knew about it, and he was probably worried about him saying something.
Why would you continue?
Yeah, you'd be stupid.
Yeah,
you're not getting paid. You're not getting paid to do the rest of the show.
Yeah. If I had come on, I'd be like, yeah, guys, yeah, I just learned that I'm being fired. Pretty classy, huh? On air, they couldn't even give me a pink slip, on my way out the door. But yeah, he drawn attention last year. This was another thing in the last 2 years for his outspoken on social political issues during ESPN appearances. He also made his contract negotiations public in 2024, according to reports. He tweeted out, sending prayers and love to all those laid off today by ESPN. So many of you have poured your life into that company, and I know how you're feeling right now. May hope is as the door closes and another opens for you all. God bless. I thought it's pretty classy. You could have bashed him,
yeah,
but he didn't. I'm kind of bummed because I liked his takes.
Yeah.
I thought he
very well informed.
Yes,
and
I thought
he delivered his content.
Yes, that's what I was just getting ready to say. His delivery was always on point, and it was always punctuated with a great ending. I thought he was one of the in the last 5-6 years or so. I thought he was one of the rising talents for ESPN, but they obviously they saw dollars instead of talent. I don't know where it goes.
He's always on the NFL show opposite Orlovsky. He just renewed his contract at the end of last year, beginning of this year.
Yeah, I just said that. He made his because he was up for an extension. He made it public. He talked.
I remember them congratulating him, but I'm wondering how different was the pay, because he just got re-signed, which means he must have got a raise.
Yeah, raise right up out the seat, brother.
No, off Orlovsky.
Oh, Orlovsky.
Yeah, he got an extension within the last year. I remember him being on saying they congratulated him. He goes, I didn't know if I was going to be back.
And he said, and I remember them talking about it because he says, I got a raise, but I didn't get Stephen A. Smith money.
And that brings up another issue with the type of money he's making. And now we just find out that there's a number 2 guy in the rankings over at ESPN's pecking order, Pat McAfee, who just got $30 million. And I didn't realize until talking to Brian right before the show how high his ratings were, and maybe why his ratings. He has a very concentrated audience that really supports him, and I guess that's all that matters. If you're getting viewers, you're valuable to the network. But I never thought his show was that great to begin with. But to pay him and to pay Stephen A. Smith's raise, they had to make 5 or 6 cuts. I mean, do you watch the Pat McAfee show at all?
No.
I watch it by accident. I fell asleep and I wake up and it's on.
When I have it on, I change it.
Yeah, no, he's not. He doesn't have
doesn't seem authentic.
He doesn't have an appeal. I think he tries to deliver in a different way, and it just
Too
doesn't come
too
out right.
gimmicky.
It doesn't come out
And a
right.
whole team of people on his show.
Um, I know the he's trying to go for a different look. Everything when you talk about him standing up, no suit, no tie.
Yep.
Um, they're the guys that are like, oh, we want to be considered. We don't want to be like cast as news reporters. We're kind of just the average Joes. Maybe a little more added to it. Even if you look at this set, right? You see papers that are stacked up like this. Yeah, I can see what he's trying to do. It's almost like making a mockery of reporters. Um, but it's not appealing to me. I just the delivery, everything, and who literally. So if you were to watch, right, if you were to watch ESPN News and then you will watch First Take, what do you need him after that for? I mean, he doesn't bring up anything that is going to be new or whatever, unless there's breaking news. But everything just gets refiltered.
Unless he's getting updated news on his guy Aaron Rodgers.
The only difference, the only difference. Listen,
Excuses.
the only difference with him was right. When we talked about this off here, he's the anti Stephen A. Smith. All right. So think about it. Think about the two guys that have been on his show in the last year that will not step foot in Stephen A.'s domain. Two guys. One guy he's got really close ties with, right? And the other guy can't stand Stephen A. Smith. One
Not
guy,
Whitlock.
the one guy, no,
Um,
no, these are athletes. One guy is waiting to make his decision on where he's ready to go.
oh, LeBron.
LeBron, right? That was almost like a fu by going on to his show and not go and they discussed the little meeting at the front court.
Right.
And the other guy is Derek's favorite guy to say that he's going to Steve's favorite team.
Yep.
Discount double check guy, right?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, no matter how much, no matter how much Stephen A. Smith, he's the greatest thing. So, you know, um, Aaron Rodgers took slight of him, when he left, when he was getting ready to leave. He says, well, we know, Stephen A. made some comments about him. He didn't care too much about it. So he just was like, yeah, nah, forget it, forget it. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things where
Because I was like, it was like bright in my eye. I was,
oh, okay, all right. That's it. Rat on yourself.
Yeah. I was just sitting there saying, man, it's hard to look straight ahead. It's kind of bright.
Oh, okay.
I think his eyes started cramping.
Yeah, your eyes started cramping. Help! Help!
He was giving you the sign that he's in trouble.
yeah, right. If you're in an abusive relationship, blink.
I haven't
your
missed the
eyes.
beat, man. We're talking about Stephen A's guest that not.
At any rate, he's the anti Stephen A. Smith. For the people who do not like Stephen A. Smith, there's a great majority of them who do not. You can always turn into the Pat McAfee show, and he'll, he gives a different outlook on sports. But yeah, so yeah, I mean that's what they're talking about. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy theories going on with. Oh, he was too political. Oh, he said some things that he shouldn't have said.
Trying to
about
justify
a
it.
non
Professional athlete.
athlete who is currently a reporter. With the comment, you don't know because you didn't play the game. That's like the number one rule that you don't ever do, because there's more reporters who didn't play sports than there are that did play
Yeah.
sports. So yeah, there's like I said, there's a lot of things. You can look back at the comment that he made about the cowboy. At that moment, you knew he effed up. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's what this we were talking about this 2 years ago when they let a whole bunch of people go, right?
Yep.
And then you know what? In 2 years, we'll be talking about it again about them letting. I'll tell you one thing that they're not going to do, right? they're not gonna let go of Charles Barkley. He said, "I wish I try to do things and get fired. They won't fire me because they'll owe me a boatload of money." I mean,
He has it written in his contract.
yeah. This is it, right? When you've been on 30 years and you don't have you are the face of the show. You along with with the three other guys, you are the show. There's no, yeah, every once in a while they might throw a guy in there, but they are the show. And they've got it pretty much cornered to the point where they're probably going to leave on their own terms. um I don't foresee them doing anything with any of those guys. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, they've got a good thing going there. And on a serious note, when Charles was talking, he said, "No, you know what? He came back. Like, he said, no, I've been blessed to be able to have doing this now for close to 30 years, and it just we get paid to come and talk about other people, and to be as blessed as we are, and to make a living after making a living on another, being blessed to do it in the sports arena, to be able to make the transition to come in and talk about the game we love here. But like I said, he makes no bones about it. They've drawn up their own contracts where it's like, listen, if we get fired, then you still have to pay us. And, that's like a guaranteed contract. You know, we see guaranteed contracts now, in sports, and it's like, listen, no matter what you do or however you do it, you could go out and massage, massage parlors, and guess what? You're still going to get paid. Tear your Achilles, and you're still going to get paid. Those contracts are few and far between, but they have the luxury of saying, yes, we do, we have that. But yeah, like I said, in 2 years you'll see more layoffs. They'll cite it to something else. Yeah, well, the cost of the subscriptions that we have, we had to, they make up. It's business. Um, very rarely
Acquiring the NFL Network and paying those two top dogs the money they're paying them. They had to find money somewhere.
Yeah.
But they I mean, I don't think even that, I don't think it's not like everybody makes that money. There's only one person that makes that money, and then it goes down significantly less.
Hearing something in my headpiece. No, Derek doesn't know yet. We're gonna wait till after the show. All right.
What's that? What's he talking about? The cramping?
Come on. Derek's contract not being renewed.
Oh.
We're gonna let him find out after the show.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. So yeah,
His sponsor Aaron Rodgers is not kicking in the money to keep him around this year.
Because he wants to sign with Minnesota.
he wants you so bad to be on Minnesota. It would be crazy if you went to Minnesota and they won a Super Bowl. That would be like, woo, woo.
Yeah, I'm not waiting on that.
All right. So there was some a big game that happened this past week.
Monday?
Monday, yeah, beginning of the week. A lot of people. I think there were a lot of people that were Spaniards.
A lot of anti-Argentina.
There were a lot of Spaniards all around the country because of the fact that Argentina historically has been known to be.
No, it was Sunday, not Monday.
Yeah, they played Sunday.
I'm sorry. Historically, they've been known to have been, little racist. A little. I shouldn't say a little. A lot. Thinking that they are the chosen people. And I guess there's been a lot of stories.
Only team without a minority player, a person of color.
Lot of stories. At any rate, it didn't help them because they got choked out pretty much. They didn't have no shots on goal till like the final
8 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. At one point, it was like
22 shots
22
to
to
0.
none. Yeah,
That
it
shit
was
was
pretty
crazy.
wild.
It was nuts.
They were getting good goalkeeping.
Oh yeah, the goalkeeper was on point. He set a record. He set a record. Um, but it was the equivalent to being full court press. That's the way I can put it in layman terms of basketball to soccer. Just watching these guys press you at, most of the times you see, and you know what's crazy, right? So I remember when they Spain played Cape Verde opening game, and I'm like, wow, Cape Verde can't do anything, man. They got to improve on their offense.
Yeah.
And then I look back at it and I was like, they didn't let nobody score.
That was the first we saw of both teams.
But Cape Verde had 2 shots on goal.
Yeah. But they didn't let nobody score the whole
Yeah.
tournament. I mean, they shut everybody out. It was a goose egg. And they did the same thing, man. I mean, you think about it. Messi didn't touch the ball until like the second half. I think I want to say it was like 11 minutes in. He finally touched the ball where he was finally able to go down the right side unabated, untouched.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just smother people. It's
And I think they made that effort against Messi the same way they did against Mbappe. They knew those guys were the greatest, soccer players in the world. Somebody's gonna beat us, but it ain't gonna be one of them two.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They literally smothered Messi. Um, and another telling thing was, I don't know if anybody watched it. Obviously it wasn't broadcast, but once the game was over and it was decided, how a lot of the Argentina players were fighting afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor sportsmanship.
So the guy that got the red card went after the guy that he got the red card on.
Oh,
Did you
really?
see that?
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He
we-
went after
wow.
him, and then they all started pushing each other and fighting. There's actually an open investigation by FIFA that's taking place, because there were 5 to 6 guys from Argentina that were fighting. So I mean, this is the things that you don't see on TV. We watched them all make a line, and then guys were shaking hands like they just didn't. Wait a second, you guys were just fighting, 10 minutes ago, but we didn't see that on the live broadcast.
They went to commercial.
Yeah, we didn't see that on the live. Oh, we came back from commercials like, okay, cut to the good sportsmanship,
Yeah.
right? You see, Spain making basically a line, and then you see Argentina coming down and they're congratulating, like, yeah, good game, while they were just while they were throwing punches and doing like back checks on dudes, but yeah, there was a huge consensus of anti Argentina people going on all throughout. It's funny. I watched. They had a picture of the world, and they had it all Spain. The only place was Argentina. they showed all, like, literally the whole world, and all the continents and everything. It was all Spain, and the only one little church was Argentina. But yeah, it is what it is. But hey, man, those guys, they deserved it to not give up a single goal in the whole entire tournament.
You're playing world-class talent.
Yes.
Playing the best.
Yeah.
System.
And we got to throw it in there, man. Spain was they didn't give up any goals, but the only team that
They didn't lose to
didn't lose to was
Verde.
Cape Verde. So yeah, you got to give it to Cape Verde for doing so. Speaking of which, have we seen the Vizinha tour that's going on?
Did you see the Vizinha picture with
Jersey.
Eden's jersey?
Yes.
With
yes.
Eden.
With Eden Source
Eden
jersey.
Source made a
Yes.
jersey and he had it.
Wow,
Yes.
that's kind of
That
huge.
picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Eden got shut down
Yeah.
for producing them. They said, we like it, but you can only do 50. You couldn't mass produce them.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. So now what's going on is Vizinha's monetizing. He's literally on an American tour. Last week he was on the Today Show, where all the girls are going gaga over him.
Somebody must have
And,
contacted him and said, you need to see this.
oh wow.
I think what's her face got him a jersey. T. Blair.
Who got him a jersey?
Blair.
Got who a jersey?
Vizinha. got him one of Eden's jerseys.
Oh, did he? Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is I seen it on social media.
Yeah.
But he's on currently. He's on a American tour, and as well as he should. I mean,
Talk shows and all that.
he's 40 years old. His better days are probably behind him, and he's even admits, I only want to play 1 or 2 years. He's like, yeah, I know I'm older, but this is my dream. I want to live it out. Yada yada yada, and good for him. He's deserved it. To do what he's done in on the world stage. Um, there should be some get back for it. We know that back in the day, medals were good for, you win a gold medal, it was good for $1 million. Him, going the furthest that any you know any 16, making it to the round of 16 or whatever, um, the smallest country, that's his $1 million right there. So monetize all you want off of it, man. Get as much money as you can. In the event that you do not get picked up by a professional soccer team, make all the money you can, because your window literally is going to be a year, maybe 2 years, and that's it. So yeah,
But I can't see him not being signed just for the simple fact he shut out the team that won the World Cup.
yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
no,
And they had plenty of shots on him.
oh,
Yes.
Jesus, yeah.
They were peppering him.
But yeah, no, I like I said, in the event that he doesn't, man, listen, man, just make all the money you can. 40 years old, single. Like I said, he was on the Today Show. All the girls. So Gail was like, she was like, yeah, this one wants to know, and this one wants to know, and this one wants to know. She said, matter of fact, just go in the back. They're all waiting for you. They're all those single women are waiting for you. But yeah, he stays very modest, very low tone and speaking, very grateful. And like I said, he deserves it, man. Do your thing. And then get back at it. Get back at it. So they've got what is it next year? I guess there's another tournament. It's like
The European Championships.
no, not the European Championships. There's another tournament that they it's like, so obviously the World Cup's every 4 years. They do one they do one at the one at the two, one at the three, and then obviously the World Cup. I forget the name, what it's called. If someone's out there, maybe you can help me. I forgot what it's called. Um, but they've got to qualify for that. Um, I want to say they've got uh, maybe like a couple months off. They're going to go back into training and try to qualify for that, and it all leads up to the World Cup. So we'll see. Um,
Maybe they can get some of them Cape Verdean players that are on playing on the other teams.
Yeah, get them back from Portugal.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Anything else you want to add? Soccer World Cup, any way of that?
And UFC fight that took place.
Yeah, Saturday night.
I
Kamaru
didn't
Usman
catch that one.
Oof, it looked like it was going to end early.
Duplessis. Yeah, well,
Drake is
you know what?
Duplessis.
This is the crazy part. I was telling Steve prior to you coming. I'll always then when I get up, I always go on. I'll go on X, and there's always a reel with the UFC. So the first thing I see is in the first round where Duplessis comes and he throws the connection. Usman kind of went down and he grabs him. He tore a knee. Boom! Hit him with a knee. Went down.
Oh.
And he thought it was going to be over, but it wasn't over. But according to I didn't see the fight. According to the judges, I mean, it was unanimous.
Yeah, I watched the whole fight.
But in the final round, um, if there were probably another 15 to 20 seconds, I think I don't know. Duplessis didn't look good. Usman caught him with a couple of shots down the end. The mouth was wide open, and they started chasing him around the ring. So if there was another 20 seconds or so, it could have been a different outcome. But
And I think that's because it was a fast-paced fight. Duplessis was pushing the tempo. They're both known for being in incredible physical conditioning. And he dominated 3.5 of the first 4 rounds. And then in the last round, I feel like he tired. And Usman wasn't afraid of getting hit anymore because they didn't have as much steam on it. So then he mounted, an effort, and Duplessis had trouble defending himself. But early on, he was quicker than Usman. He was stronger than Usman, but Usman couldn't take him down. And they said he has to take him down to get the advantage. Duplessis was a way better boxer than I anticipated. He was just beating Usman to the punch over and over. I'd never seen that happen to Usman before. But in that last round, like Brian said, it's like he did everything to try to get Usman out of it in the first 4 rounds. And then in the last round, he was fighting for his life. So I don't think Usman's done, but I don't think he's in title contention. He's going to have to win 1 or 2 fights. And he's 39.
He's lost the last 3 out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean.
Yeah, because he had lost 3 in a row. Then he won, and now he lost again.
You're trending in the wrong direction. You're now becoming a stepping stone for the guys who are up and coming. Like, oh, we can beat this guy. Used to be a world title holder. Let's use him as a stepping stone.
Build my resume.
Yeah, that's what he's turning into, a build my resume guy. And it's quick how the fall off happened, because let's just rewind time 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. This was the guy that was banging everybody out. And then all of a sudden,
the 3 African champions, because same thing happened to Izzy. He fell off the face of the earth. Usman's fallen, and Ngannou left.
Yeah, Izzy's once again. He's getting pummeled.
His big mistake was moving up in weight class.
Yeah, he came down, and he's never been the same.
Nope,
never been the same. But once again, too, I mean, just think about it, right? How many guys in the UFC do we see that can hold the belt for 4 or 5 years without getting figured out? I only know of one.
And Derek's favorite thing is they got plenty of tape now. You can study somebody, find a weakness.
I only know of one.
Yeah,
and
Jones.
John Jones. Everybody else, they have their shining moment, and then somebody comes and figures them out. And then after that, they just turn into a regular Joe.
Yeah.
I would like to say that, sit here and say, oh, it's a young man's sport or whatever, but John Jones proves that wrong. Greatest fighter of all time, UFC history.
Right now, John Jones is beating Father Time.
And Dana White does not want to give that title to John Jones because of his indiscretions throughout his career.
Of course.
So I understand that, but he's been the most successful fighter against the odds, no matter what.
I put a post up, right, and I got a lot of chat, right, with the Caitlin Clark, face of the
I had it again last night.
And I made the reference. I said, the face of the UFC is John Jones, right? He's the best player. I mean, he's the best fighter.
Yeah.
Longevity, titles, everything. He's not the best draw. That would be Conor McGregor, right?
Yep.
The guy has 5. He's 1-5 in his last 6 fights, but he walked away with how many million 2 weeks ago?
He's the highest paid person on that card.
There you go. All right.
1:16.
And this
40. It was 43.
And this is how I related it to King.
I was counting the ring walk.
She is the most popular player. She's not the best player. Most popular player. She's definitely helped bring notoriety to the WNBA.
Yeah, she attracted a crowd that was never watching.
That's right. But that crowd that comes in, they want to be this. They want to be the say-all, end-all. Oh no. There was somebody that. If this post isn't made, nobody would know who Asia. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was.
I'm like, what? Are you serious?
That was.
I'm like, maybe you need to start watching a little more WNBA.
Yeah,
bro.
he didn't. He's talking out of his ass.
I'm like, maybe you need to be watching a little more WNBA, bro.
Especially since Asia Wilson has all those credentials.
She's got
3-time
the
MVP,
last
3 championships.
Yes.
MVP's last 3 years.
Yeah, MVP. She did everything Jordan did. MVP in every championship.
Yeah. And because they want to insert themselves in year 1 and year 2, and put the, give her, let's give her the throne, and she hasn't done anything other than win Rookie of the Year.
She didn't win in college either.
And I made that point too. I said she didn't win in college. There were people who were better than her in college, including Angel Reese. As much as y'all want to sit here and say, yeah, whatever, guess what? She beat her in the title game. Yeah. All right. And guess who else also won too? There's another girl who's in town, right? Paige Ruggers, who statistically is having a better career thus far. All right. If you want to look at the plus minus, if you want to look at all the stuff, all the measurables, is having a better career so far. So you can't ignore the numbers and just say, hey, no, she's the face. No, she's helped bring the notoriety, but she's not winning anything. As a matter of fact, last year when she got hurt, her team did better. Right? Her team did better and went further. Okay. Yeah. So I don't want to hear that. Until she sits there and she wins a title, multiple titles at that. All right. Then you can sit there and say, yeah, she's the face. You could never give the face of the NBA to Charles Barkley because he won MVP and still didn't have any titles. Why are we going to do it with Caitlin Clark? You have to, and we could sit here as people reporting it, but it's your peers that are looking at you laughing like, she hadn't done nothing yet.
Exactly.
Nothing. All right. Okay. Yeah. You had a 40-point game. There's been 4 or 5 girls that have done that already. And 2 girls have done 50. Yeah. So what's your point? You know what I'm saying? Don't get overly excited over something that has been done already. You want to get overly excited? Score 100 points. That might impress me. Yeah. That might impress me. But yeah, I mean, that's another debate for another time. But getting back to UFC, it's funny, just like I said, to watch some of those guys who were once considered indestructible, and then in a matter of 2.5 years, just to watch the decline. Done. But yeah, you just sit there and you watch the guys that are coming up now, and it's like, okay, are there any what's the next UFC? The big UFC?
There's a fight coming on, I think this weekend. A card. I can't pronounce their names. Makhmedov is fighting somebody, but I'd have to look it up. I can't remember all the participants.
Oh, hold on, I'll look it up.
I think it's the 24th.
We'll look
Guskov. Bogdan Guskov against.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Ankalaev.
Yeah, he's good.
Saturday, 25th.
But I thought there was another fight on that card that's pretty decent.
Steve
Lopes.
Yeah, against Ramazanbek Temirov, Islam Dotov, Wellington.
Those are some tough names.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I couldn't remember them, but I couldn't pronounce them if I saw them anyway. But there was some boxing news today. Well, actually, there's 2. Canelo announced he's not fighting on the Mexican holiday, but he's Mbili. They're fighting I think November. And then
this week
Devin Haney signed his contract to fight Keyshawn Davis.
Oh, this weekend we got
Boo Boo Andre?
No.
He fights on Saturday.
Who cares? No, he fights Friday.
Oh, yeah, it's not even a Saturday.
No, Saturday we got
Errol Spence.
Yeah.
Yep. And did you see the interview with him and Costa with Tim Tszyu?
Yeah.
It was like Tszyu was almost afraid to disagree with him. It was like he was like, "Oh, I'm not trying to make you mad." And then Tszyu already has a cut under his eye that he's recovering from. He must have got hurt in sparring, and everybody was pointing it out, saying he's going to get cut up in that fight. Watch, he's going to be bleeding profusely. But I'm disappointed because Charlo couldn't get into the country to fight the person he was supposed to fight. And that was supposed to be another good fight.
Yep.
So we kind of got gypped one fight. There was supposed to be two nice fights on that card, but Charlo doing Charlo things. I don't know. You knew this fight was coming, and you couldn't get your affairs in order to be allowed into the country.
Who's to blame, brother? You can't blame the country.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. All right. Well, we'll wrap things up, but before we leave, we get as usual, we get some things that are going on this upcoming week. And um, if you're not doing anything on Sunday,
Wait a minute. Before you say that, Eric Pies, pay attention, brother.
yeah, it doesn't make a difference.
This guy.
It doesn't make a difference. Oh, I didn't know it was happening.
Yeah.
It'll come up with an excuse. Yeah, this upcoming Sunday, Volume 4, the Dottie Party Day Party. All right, listen. If you don't want, if you're not interested in having a good time, if you're not interested in listen to good music, good vibes, good people, a great atmosphere, yeah, don't come. But if you are, man, come on down to Port Royal on this upcoming Sunday, 3 to 7. Volume 4. Wait, listen, we're literally a month away from being done with them. So you need to come on down and see what the vibe's all about. Check it out. 3 to 7, Port Royal. It's an amazing time. I try to give you a feel through the lens of the camera with the pictures and the reels to see how it is. I'll be releasing some more pictures later on in the night from the previous one of the previous Starty party. Yeah, come on down on Sunday, man.
And it's been confirmed great weather for the whole weekend. So there's really no excuse. Great vibe, great weather.
And we'll be celebrating 2 birthday parties there. So
boy, Derek Demers.
And if it's your birthday, come check us out, man.
yeah,
Happy birthday,
listen,
Derek.
if it's your birthday, just come on down. D. Conner got you. He gonna buy the bar, man. 37 bottles.
Diet waters on him.
37 bottles. He'll take care of it, man. He'll set you straight.
Come down
on your birthday, right? He might even give you a cigar.
Get you smoked up
if you're good. All right. So yeah, that's gonna do it for us here this week. We, like I said at the beginning, man, this is the time of year where we struggle to find sports. One of the major sports are going. Hopefully, when we show up next week,
I'll be able to break down that Errol Spence situation, see how he looks.
Yeah,
there'll be some more news.
Maybe the trade deadline gives us some.
They'll get heated up.
The decision.
It'll be right before.
The
decision. Yeah.
The decision.
Did you? Speaking of which, you see that the fake news report that came out of Miami saying we look forward to announcing him as.
Pat Riley said, "I got a number 6 waiting."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
6 and 7.
6, 7. Yeah, all right. So make sure you check us out next week. All right. As always, go ahead and tap into WMB1.com to find out what's the latest of stuff that's going on, taking place. We got a lot of events coming on, but the only way you're gonna find out is if you tap in. All right. With that being said, we're gonna sign off, and we're gonna let you enjoy the rest of this beautiful evening, this beautiful summer evening that's going on right now. All right. So we'll see you all next week. All right. Peace.
Peace.